everybody, and welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt, as always, as sometimes, and today we got some stuff to do. Starting off, we're going to make some low density structures, because it's about freaking time we make them. So last episode we did a bunch of stuff to... Actually, I wonder how this is going to work. Last episode we did a bunch of stuff to modernize all our gear. We probably need to go get some more productivity modules. Hopefully that's happening faster now. I've never actually played RuneScape at all, to be honest. Like, no RuneScape has been played by me. The only time I ever played RuneScape was when I was like, you know, vaguely interested in a girl who played RuneScape, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to play RuneScape, and then she will like me, and that's just not how it worked. Of course that's not how it worked, but you know, I was younger. I was trying to understand, but it didn't happen. Okay, you know what? We'll just wait there for a second. We'll come back to you. I love the game. Yeah, time is the problem these days, though. That's the issue. Probably would love the game. But yeah, time remains an issue for a lot of things in my life, especially when I'm doing so much streaming these days. Okay, let's upgrade a lot of this because, quite frankly, it needs to be upgraded. And that should... oh. I should probably go to purples as well. Okay. So the age of purple is truly upon us, so I hope you like the color purple because you're going to see a lot more of it. Okay. To be honest, I'm not really worried that much about game prices because generally I'm okay for that, but yeah, it's cool. 6, yes. And then 7, and then 8. Now I don't know how many pollution producing modules we'll need, but we'll get them all up and running anyway, and then we'll see from there. Buy a membership, which unlocks more of the game. Ah, so you can buy infinite memberships. Clever. Okay. So we just need a lot more efficiency modules because everything needs them. So if we do that, should be doing a little bit better in my life. Okay. Yeah, no, I've just never really gotten to RuneScape. Red Purple, what's going on with that? So we are now at tier 5 of my science tracks and resources. So everything's just a little bit faster and a little bit better. That's really all it is. Unfortunately, it's not as much as I was excited about. It's just nice to have. And we're just going to keep slowly upgrading stuff. At some point, though, I think there's only one more tier after 5, and then we go to the Age of Green, and then we're done. And hello, Veldak. Welcome. So, Age of Green will be a little bit more of a pain, but we'll get there very soon. But we now have a lot of production modules, which is going to be very good for my next plan, because we are going to build huge numbers of low densities in the least number of factories. So, the problem with low densities is they require 20 aluminium plates, which is, needless to say, a lot of aluminium plates. So if we build them really fast, we're going to run into issues. What we're going to do is something like this. The plan is aluminium goes in here. Now the question is, can 2 of these sustain an entire purple belt? I don't know. I guess we'll find out now, won't we? I guess if we really need to, we can go to 3. Spaghetti? Oh, look, you know me. I'm always about the... Yeah, that's not aluminium. We've made the classic mistake of assuming titanium is aluminium. It's not. So we can probably not do it that way. We can probably... Let's go 3. That's 4, but that's okay. 4 is almost 3. Okay. So that gets the aluminium, sorry, the titanium in there. We also do need to get this plastic in here, and we are about to run out of inserters. It's just occurred to me. That's okay. We will have more inserters should we need them. Problem with the Age of Purple is we've only just started it, so the resources are a little bit slimmer than I wish they were. Hello, Tara. Welcome. Yep. Let's just get this a little bit closer to that edge. Okay, now, here's where we start doing some research. Because I reckon if I speed module these up, I will not need any more than 2. Now that could be greed speaking, I don't know. But let's give it a go anyway. That looks almost good. You measure life in hours and I serve you by expiring. I'm quick when I'm thin, slow when I'm fat. The wind is my enemy. Sand, maybe. No. No, I don't know. I'm gonna go sand, but be wrong on that one. Probably wrong on that one. Let's put those around the correct way. That might be good. We're doing riddles now, are we? Okay. Okay, so that will at the moment not do near what I need it to do. No, you don't measure sand's life in hours. I don't know. Oh, it's not going to make anything at all at the moment because we need to actually add low densities. So the productivity of these is 200. So for every one it makes, it'll actually make 3. That's pretty good, actually. So at the moment, it'll output how much of a transport belt? Not much. A candle. Ah, of course. It does make sense. Candle trickery. Okay. So if we power all this somehow. Okay, how are we going with producing? We are producing. The problem isn't how much we're producing, the problem is how much aluminium we're taking. And it's actually a lot more aluminium than we really have available to us. Because, I mean, this on its own is 2 full lines of aluminium. And that's just what it's going to be until we have a way to sort that out better. Okay. We will hydrate in just a second. We'll just get this sorted out. Oh. Okay, we're going to be like that, are we? And can we just perhaps do something like that? Great. Okay, so that's going to get me quite a lot of low densities. Alright. Then we come down here. It's not going to give me a ton of low densities, but hopefully it'll give me enough. I mean, how many low densities do I really even need? Not that many. It should be okay. We are pretty much out of my stack inserters now, so that's alright. Turbo inserters. But that will give me quite a bit of stuff. And if we have a way to pull so aluminium's going to go absolutely nuts now, which is fine. Like, it's kind of where we want it to be with aluminium. You want it to be used, right? Well, used it's going to get right now. A dinking. Oh, from your RuneScape? Yeah, I suppose you'll get that, won't you? Aluminium appears that we're not grabbing enough of it. Okay. If we do that, and then go and get, like, what we need. So we're still not going full capacity on this. But that's okay. Let's take this train. Let's name this the right thing. Low dense. Low dense is what they used to call me in high school, obviously. Pick. And you know what? We've probably got a place that could be low density drop here as well. So let's set that up now. Okay. How many do we want of these? I mean, honestly, I don't know. Probably change that down to like 200. Okay, we'll power this for the briefest of moments. Low density pick. Low density drop. Okay. Oh, right, there's actually no low densities there at all. Well, that's a mistake. Can we just back that up? I would love to actually bring some low densities over to low density drop. Not waste everybody's time, you know? We just put them in manually. Such an embarrassment. Okay. Let's go. So then with low densities, we can make utility science packs. Which is exciting. I'll gladly take utility science packs. I mean, because we can't actually research anything without them. And then we can start launching our rockets soon. We still need tungsten, but tungsten shouldn't take too long to get. We are pretty close to tungsten as it is. He says, yeah, we could get tungsten pretty quickly, I think. Oh wow, look at those purple bots move a lot faster. Okay, and we've got 250 turbo stackers. Heck yeah. The slower bots really need to get their shit together. Rocket soon. Absolutely, yeah. The rocket's really soon. How are we going with the robot numbers? 144 threes, 241. Oh, actually, you know what I remembered I wanted to do? I wanted to grab some of... Oh, okay. Well, we didn't actually make any. That's embarrassing. You heard there might be a rocket going to Calidus? There may be an emitter there. Oh, you never know. Goodness gracious. Tool. Yeah, I wonder who's the real tool. It's me. It was me all along. Okay. What was my plan after finishing the space expansion? Space extension? I don't know. More Factorio. But I don't know what mod to do yet. I'm just kind of digging playing a lot of Factorio. I've decided Factorio stream is what I do. That's not even my main question at the moment. My main question is what I do on Sundays at the moment. 5k science per minute. I don't want to do 5k science per minute. Or 5k science per minute in this mode. Okay, well let's ditch some of these. Could do. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing next, as I said. Haven't really come across that idea. Ooh, that's the one where... you know, that... Maybe. I could think about it. I do like pipes. Nullicus, that's the one where you were basically seeding the planet, right? Like the prequel to Factorio? Yeah, I was looking at that one last time, and that one looked interesting. I could do that. Piara Dan's is something that I'm thinking more and more seriously of, and that makes me unhappy. I am legitimately considering that one. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I'm happy about it, but I have considered it. But given the fact that it takes 1,000 hours, that's like one hell of an undertaking, right? But maybe. Maybe. Good evening, Glacier Wolf. Okay, so this should get the low densities coming through a lot faster now. Still limited by the grabbers. Okay, we'll grab more then. Oh yeah, now it's angry. I've angered the factory. As one should. One should always anger the factory. The fact that they're stopping makes me think that they're still not doing it fast enough. An angry factory is a good factory? Okay, never mind. We've run out of aluminium. We might need to put that demand a little bit lower, because I think we are going through aluminium too quickly. Hello, platypus. It means something to fix. Absolutely, that's a good point. Well, the good news is we're going to be going through aluminium real quick now. The bad news is I don't know if I can really do much better than that on this aluminium. Yeah, these belts go at 60 items per second, as opposed to blue belts, which go 45. These aren't even the ultra belts. There are faster belts that can come. And we will be considering that at some point in the near future. Actually, what do those belts need? Because that is the age of green, and then we don't go any faster than that in this mod. They require nitinol, which we do have the technology to make it, which is interesting. Yeah, I think 75 is the speed of these. Yeah, 75 is the ultra speed belts. And we will get to making those fairly soon. In fact, let's go straight for that, shall we? Okay, so now what I need to do is start making the last science pack that isn't space science. Imagine being so rich you make fast belts just to flex on early game players. That's what you should do. Always flex on the early game players. Let them know their place. You know, kick over their sandcastles, call them trash. Don't actually do that to anyone. Everyone plays this game at their own pace, and that's totally fine. I always forget, like... Aw, I am joking. I promise you. I always forget, like... I always think, oh, I'm not very good at this game. It's just a thing that I think, because people come in here with, like, more hours than me, and they're like, you know, SeiferKatt, he's always making mistakes. But I forget that there are people who have, like, got 50 hours in this game that come by this mod and go, holy shit, what is this madman doing? I mean, you know, besides what more experienced players do. And I think, you know, I actually do know this game pretty well. What are oh, those purple modules are the best. So these are called pure production modules. So production modules, let's go production module 3s. These have energy consumption plus 30%, productivity plus 15%, pollution plus 45%. Okay, that's good. But a pure production module goes, it's 15% without the power increase or the pollution increase. But these go up to 8. So 40% power productivity, which means that we have 200% productivity on this. So when it makes 1, it will make 3. Oh, we've run out of something again, have we? Plastics. So yeah, we've got absolute speed modules that do the same sort of thing. They just do speed plus 160%. So this just consumes so much stuff. And that's okay. Sometimes you gotta consume. We have made a lot of these. God modules are even beyond that. Oh my goodness. Well, I think these are pretty God modules anyway. Or at the very least, pretty good modules. Okay, so that holds 600. Now, what I am thinking... Yeah, I know, it's pretty insane. I apologize for the insanity that has been wrought upon you this day. What I would like to do... God modules are beyond. Yeah, they are. Why not? Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I could change that. I think it's okay for now, though. You're not spiffing enough, are you? Gotta be more spiffing. Alright, so what we're going to do is... grab that. And then also, if we could sort of do a descending into madness thing. Oh, like that perhaps? Okay, that except a little cleaner. Okay, that's pretty disgusting. I'm not a fan of that, but also I will do nothing to change it. That is a future Seif problem. Future Seif can deal with that and enjoy the problem, and also be angry at me later. That's good. Okay. So... Oh, he's excited. You can see he just sort of rears up in his chair. He's like... I got really scared by that. That one right there. So what we need to do now is this is going to be making the last science. So we need to bring in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can just bring low densities over. So let's bring in 6 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out 1. Yeah. This is going to be a little expensive, but that's okay. Everything doesn't matter anymore. I've got infinite resources. I don't, but I'll say I do, and then everyone will believe me. I don't know if that works. We're never sure, right? It doesn't look good. Maybe. I mean, as I said, there's only one way to know for sure, and that's to actually just get into a train and just push it over the line and see what happens. No, it really doesn't look like it's going to work, though, but let's try. No. Okay. So we just get rid of that one. That's okay. I suspected that would be happening. How many do we have? We've got 4 stations? 4 stations, and we can put a 5th one here. So that will just have to do it. Could alter the exit to go directly to the curved path. That's true. Could do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or what I could do is then just bring in some of them over to here. But this one, please. Thank you. Because what we're finding out is we actually don't need that much space when you've got a lot of productivity modules. If you got a lot of productivity modules, you don't need near as much space. You just productivity up them up the wazoo. Excuse the technical term there. And then you just get it done. So what we're going to do though is over here we're going to make the titanium bearings, which means we're going to need lubricant. Heard it here first, folks. Is lubricant train like a double train or is it a one? I don't remember. Lubricant is a double, okay. And then we wire it all up. Then we realize we've put these in the weirdest place imaginable. Then we wire it all up again. Okay, enable, disable. We're going to be doing a few of these right now. Lubricant. Now, these hold more. Good job. 75,000. So really, we want to take this up to 150,000. That might be too much. 100, actually. Tone it down, and it'll be fine. 50,000 is still okay. We know this. No reason to get silly about the whole situation. Okay, and lubricant drop. Okay. I mean, I like to get silly just as much as the next person, but I think there is such a thing as too much silly. Okay, and on this side we can bring in the titanium. Now I could just use the titanium over there, but quite frankly I don't see why I should have to. I could use this titanium, but I would rather this titanium be dedicated. Plastic appears to be an issue though. Don't know why. Lack of resources. Oh my goodness, what is this? Are you seriously loading plastic into these trains with just almost the slowest inserters imaginable? Okay, we can't stand by that. I cannot abide by this heresy that I've witnessed. So let's not. Goodness gracious. Oh, it's only one of the most needed resources in the entire factory. Let's just make next to none of it. How does that stop? Older than I care to admit, I suppose. It is... I think we're going to need to do a lot of upgrades there. My inserters looking too orderly and normal looking. You want a spaghetti inserters, is that what you're saying? This train also looks like it's a tier 1 train, but it's called Kupo, so that's cool. I was pretty annoyed about this train being so slow, but it's called Kupo and I'm back on the level with it. You know what, I think we're just going to hop out here, and I think we've got some real work to do. We will just work on stuff. Okay. Purple. We only ever want to go to purple, guys. Surprised I have to tell you that. Just purple. Only purple. Just Monica. Oh, hey. Missed that guy. And now he's gone. You want to be famous? Too bad. I got rid of the link before you could click it. Sorry. I can't believe I'd do this to you. Arms work differently and much faster. Oh, goodness. What is this that you're linking? Yeah, they would be way faster, you're right. That would work. I haven't done that. And quite frankly, we'd probably be better off. Okay, here's where we're going to modernize this, like, massively. The way we modernize things is we pull it all apart. So we put productivity modules in there, and then we put some speed modules in there. And it essentially does the same thing except better. Yeah, that's going to do enough for 9 transport belts. Probably too fast. Probably still too fast. 3 transport belts? That's probably fine. IamAscam.com. Yeah, I went there once. It wasn't a real website. I was as shocked as you are. What's going on here? We're not refining enough. Well, I know how we can speed that up. Hang on. Oh, we don't have blue to purple? Okay. I know we were making science stuff, but I've been distracted, and now I must continue working on new things. Old things.
For goodness!
No, of course not. Thank you for following the Great 98. That's a good name. No, of course I wouldn't go to IamAscam.com. I'd only go to IamAscam.co.nz just because I know it's a New Zealand site and therefore I can trust them. Okay. Yeah, New Zealanders wouldn't scam me. New Zealanders would absolutely scam me. And they should. Well, how can you not trust the internet? It's full of lovely people. Full of a lot of shitty people too, admittedly, but... Okay, so that should be making a lot more petroleum gas than before. So I think. Ah. I mean, the internet does have a lot of lovely people. It does also have a lot of people you should probably watch out for. That is a true statement. There are a lot of good people out there. You can't just judge everyone by the same, you know, bad-natured attitude. But yeah, you still watch out for yourself, of course. It is always sad. Like, I see all the time in the news, like, some elderly person being tricked out of their life savings by some bad character, and you're just like, "Aww." I always feel bad, like, because they legitimately believed they could help someone, and you know they fell for it because someone needed their help, and they're like, "Well, I don't have a lot of money, but I can offer $200 to help this person," and it's just like, ah, no. That makes me pretty sad, actually. Okay, we're going to do something a bit weird here. We are going to build this with the intention that at some point we're going to have a train jam. Right? We don't want a train jam, but we know it's going to happen. Okay, my plastic is going nuts now. Geez, turns out you have a few module level 8 things and things just lose their absolute minds. I'm okay with that. The delays are kind of funny. It's because these things are too slow. So that should give us 2 full belts of just stuff. Okay. So with that, oh my goodness, look, it's wooden power poles. Oh yeah, this part of the base has been neglected for quite some time, it seems. But I think plastic is pretty good now. We're going to hop on this, and it's going to take us to some magical faraway place. Oh yeah, it could wait 300 seconds. I don't think that's happening for a while anymore. Where's it taking us? Down there? Awesome, I got a new idea. I don't want to be there. I want to go up here. You can go down to that magical place later, but for now I want to go up here. Yeah. I've really been enjoying watching like some videos of like people getting scam called and then they're just like reversing it. And it's kind of scary just how good those people are. You know, they are really interesting characters who are able to like scam people out of huge amounts of money. It's clever. I I wish I could have more respect for them, but of course, how do you have respect for someone who does that to people? Yeah, it's a bit tricky. The person scamming is amazing. The person who is scamming, it's kind of incredible just how good they are at it. Like, you can say, "Oh, it's not that hard," but it's not easy. Like, they've got, I know it's all just like the script they've got, right? And they're just reading a script, but man, that works. You know it works. The other day, I got someone tried to scam call me, I think. Um, they were going to tell me all about the stock market. And they said, "Hey, you know much about the stock market?" And I go, "I do actually. It's my main source of income." And they're like, "Oh, what?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a stock trader." And they're like, "Oh, do you do it privately or like with a company?" And I went, "I'm with a company." And they're, "Oh, what company are you with?" And then I couldn't think of another lie, so I just hung up. I was like, I can't continue this. I'm done. I'm bored now. Probably shouldn't have done that. It's probably a bad idea, but they claim to know about computers. Of course. Have you not seen the Tracer T? It says how many people are logged into their computer at this exact moment. And then they ping Google and go, "Oh no, someone's trying to hack your computer." They're pinging Google. Oh no, what can you do? I don't know. Just nothing. Okay. So we're going to get some balls. No, they're not called that. No, that is what I wanted. Titanium bearing balls. Yes. And then bearings. Sorry guys, I lost my bearings there for a moment. Yeah. Okay, and that should resolve that. I think that'll work. I think I just need to get the lubricant in there, and then we've got our bearings. Told you I just had to get my bearings. And I don't think there's any real need for me to productivity module these. I could if I really needed to in the future, but right now I don't think it matters. Oops. Well, it's all gone wrong now. Okay, we're good now. Okay, and with that we have bearings. We now need... Do I have a train for silicon nitride? I feel like I might. I'm gonna say I don't, but that's silicon nitride there, right? Yes, it is. Well, oh yeah, that's good. Like they get them right in the heartstrings, you know? Just so just. I don't know if I want to say the word evil, but it's so evil. I can't find the boards that I'm looking for. I have to find them manually. They're called something different in the programming, I think, which is why I can never find them. I don't know if the word evil is right. It feels right, but I don't know if it's right. I mean, yeah, they're pretty sad, but at the same time, I don't know why I watch them. I just do. And you know what? You're probably right not watching them. It's probably, if you want to lose faith in humanity, that's probably the way to do it. Watch those videos. Because it'll do it. That'll do it for you. Yeah. But at the same time, I think those videos are actually really important to some degree. Like some of them are, yeah, you know, they make me angry as well. But at the same time, it's just like it's good to know what works for people so you can kind of catch that shit. Jim Browning, yeah, Jim's pretty good. Jim's good shit. There's another guy who does emails. I can't remember his name. I think it's Atomic Shrimp. I quite like his stuff. But he does like the scam email stuff. I mean, Jim Browning's a classic. Oh, hello. You got here a lot faster than I thought you would. Oh, because you come from up here. Oh, you're real close, aren't you? Silicon nitride. Silicon nitride, and more like it. Probably get it from here. It's one thing I do like about these setups. They do tend to come together pretty quick once you've got all the trains going. I think, Glacier, there's a really good point, though, to go, these videos make me angry, I'm not going to watch them. Like, the internet does really, you know, feed on that, like, the algorithms really feed on that sort of anger. And it's good to be able to identify that's what it's doing to you, because I am really bad at doing that. Like, I have a thing that what happens at about 2 o'clock in the morning if I'm still on the line. I haven't done this in a long time, but it used to be like if at 2 o'clock in the morning I was still online, I'd start just watching videos that would make me angry. You know, I'd go on the reverse political spectrum and just be like, what are they talking about over there? Maybe I can come to an understanding. Instead, I'd just be mad. And that's never good for my mental health because I never agree with, you know, it's the whole point of the other side of the political spectrum, right? You don't really agree with it. That's why they're on the other side of the political spectrum. Otherwise, they'd be on the same side as you. Um, Surprise, surprise, right? But yeah, I read that stuff and I'm just like, oh my goodness, these people are so cruel to like other human beings. How can you be like this? Like these are people, you know? People are doing their damn best at life and you're just like, no, I want to ruin them. Why? Unfortunately, that's what it really comes down to. I want to ruin them. Okay, so I guess these aren't the last science, because I guess we have to do alien science at some point. Well, we'll figure that out when we get there. Of all the things that can be combined with, that's probably one of them. Also, I just remembered I haven't actually got those things out. Are you making stuff? Oh, you filled your little box up. Good job, guys. Really proud of you. This is so freaking wasteful. So wasteful. Could have done this with any other color, but I'm like, no, I'm going to do it with purples. Well, at least I'm not doing it with greens. It. Alright, we're going to do what the shirt in just a second. Let me just put these engines away. And then we're going to go into what the shirt. So, how does that music go? Oh yeah! Do what the shirt! I love doing that. It's my favorite part. Alright, so what the shirt? Today's shirt, we got some cats and portals. And the important thing about the cats and the portals is that everyone's got a little cat butt. A little X. And also I like looking at it. So there's a cat in the orange portal there. If you look in the blue portal, he's there too. So they've really thought about that for the shirt design. You know, his little black and white cat. He's in both sides. Can't really see on the orange side there, but yeah, it's just cats falling through portals infinitely. It's a cute shirt. I say that because it's got cats on it. You notice the cat butts before the portals? It's probably a good way to live your life, honestly. All of them are falling in kind of the same way. I guess the artist likes cats falling that way. Yeah, it's cute. Cute little paws. In fact, I should probably just get this shirt and like use the cat designs, because I was going to... So the sub icon is like a little cat paw that I made in MS Paint, because that's the full like ability of my artistic. That's for my full artistic ability. God, one day I'm going to be able to do words too. Wouldn't that be exciting? And I did actually commission like some paws that can be like recolored. So I should actually really get those done at some point. But I haven't got around to it. Like, they were grayscale, so the idea was I could just go boop and just recolor them for like different months. But I haven't done that yet because I'm a slacker. And I don't really have another excuse. It's just that's what's happened. Not a slacker. I've got other things going on in my life. Yeah, protect yourself, Seif. You know, you're doing your best. Alright. So at the moment, these require almost bloody nothing. But that is about to change. Once these bad boys get power, oh, there'll be nothing that can stop them now. Okay. We could actually still do more. You say, Seif, you've gone mad. Gone mad, don't do it, Seif. Don't do it! And I'll say, but I gotta. And I did. He's lost his goddamn mind. So that's going to put out a full belt of green science, which honestly, I don't think anything makes that much science. That's going to be 4K per minute if it's all working. That's insane. And that's only 2 machines, I must add. So we're going to go... Yeah. We're going to go that way. And this one's going to go very similar. But it's going to go for the inside? Yeah, this one's the inside. Okay, so that's green science done. And the only thing we probably need to ever do about that again is probably just increase the resources coming in. I don't think we'll ever have a problem with resources going out. I think we're done with that. I'm no madman, man. No, I'm fucking insane. Okay. So if we do this... Oh yeah, that's going to work. So there's occasional little gaps. I believe it's because we're not grabbing enough of these ones, which we can just do that. But quite frankly, we just don't need this much. What I might actually need to do very, very soon is... I'm thinking I might need to go build a lot more labs. I don't need to do that yet, actually. Okay. Now we need some fuel for the trains, which we can get from over here. What I'm going to do, temporarily... I'm going to put those back. Because the problem we're going to run into immediately is this simply does not need to be red belts. I mean, sorry, purple belts. It just doesn't need to be purple belts. So we will do this. We're missing underground belts, that's fine. I don't actually care. In fact, I don't even split that. We just go underground. And we will use one of the purple undergroundy boys, because why not? I don't really care. I've reached that level of non-caringness. Please do not break the titanium. Oh wow, that purple belts go so far. Oh! Oh, that was close. Almost became a Seif sandwich. A Seif pancake, rather. A Seif sandwich would be being hit by 2 trains, obviously. It's a very different thing. Yeah, that was almost real bad. That was almost real bad. Didn't happen, though. I'm okay. Screw it. The last one's gonna be purple. They'll get upgraded at some point by mistake anyway. Okay. So now when the fuel comes through, actually let's do that. Okay. You're gonna do it that way, are you? Okay. You're making a fool out of me. That's not true. I'm making a fool out of myself. Don't blame the train for that. And we are out of things. Okay, full cargo or time past 300 seconds. Let's be honest though, that's never going to happen. So now we're going to go down here to put down the last of the science, and then we're going to go, I don't know what we're going to do. I don't really care about the science packs for this yet. We will improve all of these to be... Actually, do I even need more science labs? I could just... The better labs give better efficiency. That's probably the real question, actually. Or are they just faster? It looks like it's just faster. Speed's not a problem. I can add speed, don't you worry about that. And if you were worried about that, don't worry about that. And that's going to be empty. Okay. We will put them in boxes for now. Boxes for foxes. Drop position. Sure, we'll do it on the closer one. That's fine. And we will do this. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to pull all this apart right now. Because these with speed of 2.9, which is pretty cute. I like 2.9. I think it's a really attempting to be a cool number. But I reckon if we did it like this. Okay, we need to upgrade those. Like, let's not joke around anymore. We've all been telling great stories about great, huge numbers, but we can't joke around anymore. Okay, so first off, let's put that speed up. Productivity doesn't go that high. Oh, maybe that's why you go with the better labs. Wonder how much work it would be to get the lab 2s. It'd be almost no work at all. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go experiment with labs. Which, you know, sounds like what you'd normally do with a lab anyway, but don't worry about it. I mean, I guess being faster would be fine. It doesn't matter. These don't really need to exist. They can be pulled apart. Now I want lab 2s. At some point we do need to make alien labs as well, but not too worried about that right now. Well, labs 3 or 4s, I don't think those exist. I think they only go to lab 2s. Yeah, they only go to lab 2s. The difference between lab 2s and regular labs is regular labs, I believe, can't do space science. No, they can. Then I don't know what the difference is. Thoroughly bamboozled. Okay, let's just ditch all those things that we don't really need. More faster. Oh, look, when we can put like 100% improvements, do not worry about more faster. We will be more faster than Mufasa. Are we making labs? I didn't know we're making labs. Yeah, they're faster, and I believe the other bonus is that they... let's just make them faster. I believe they can also have more modules in them. Yeah, they can have 4 instead of 2. Anything more than 1 lab is too fast? Well, that's unfortunate. You're probably right too. Okay, let's stop this then. That's a good point. We can just put so much speed into that bad boy. This bad boy gonna get so much speed, he ain't even gonna be able to say bad boy. Oh, didn't we build electrolyzer 3s? Probably get those in. Get these electrolyzer 2s out of here. Get that weak shit out of here. Okay, well, let's see what we do. Let's put this down here. productivity module, please. And then let's just try this. Oh. Yeah, it slows down momentarily. Let's try this. Yeah, I don't think we need more than I don't think we need 12 of these things. I think we were a little bit ambitious there, shall we say. We could also do more of these beacons. Okay, well, anyway, the point is science is now a go-go. So now it is time to begin the next plan. You see, what's the next plan? The next plan is new artillery trains, because it's time for tungsten. Hungry for apples? Suppose. Could do. Don't worry, we'll get it all done very soon. Look at these little guys. Look at them go. Oh god, they're still doing the steel chests like that. Oh no. I don't think I can use these because I think they need tungsten. They do. Alright, let's go make new artillery wagons. Mining productivity 308. My goodness, how's that work? I have a funny feeling this isn't going to take as long as I thought it would. We might burn through this incredibly quickly. I thought it would take a lot longer, but now I'm just sort of thinking about it going how fast everything gets made, and I'm like, the real productivity is going to be throughput. The real problem, rather, is going to be throughput. Okay. We want to make some new trains. Can we make these trains? No, they need tungsten. Can make this, though. It's slower. No, it's the wrong thing. Yeah. It's slower, but it does have more grid size. In fact, it's got a grid so big, we could put plasma cannons in it. Speaking of plasma cannons, we could do plasma cannon 3s. Okay. A lot of science is going to happen very quickly. Okay, well we want this. We know that. We want... We need to get my alien science done. Ah, man. Actually... Alien science is not difficult to do. I do need gold science packs, though. That is crazy. Okay. Didn't we get second level of artillery wagon? Oh, we did. It's just in a slightly different place. Okay. Okay, what I might do is I might actually do that science down here. Because this is where I keep my... You know what? Okay, it's time to actually finish off all the colors as well. Yellow was the last one, I think. So, no, I'm pretty sure I've done green. I have done green, it's down there. Green was the last one, so blue and purple. A tree's in the way. Get out of the way, tree. People. Okay. So if we do all my alien research down here... Oh, let's keep doing normal research first. Let's power all this up. I would like an alien lab. Honestly, what I've found out, one alien lab will probably suffice. Right, we don't need more than that. Alien lab. Let's keep researching. It's fine, just don't worry about it. Okay. Alien lab complete. Then we're going to prepare an alien lab. It's just going to live here. It just lives there. Don't worry about it. Actually, no, do worry about it. We don't want it to live there. We want it to live. It's kind of a bad place, but it gives it more room to build, like expand and all that sort of thing. Now, I don't know if this is going to kind of work the way I want it to. No. That's alright. We will have to go get some golds, but that's not really a big deal. We don't need infinite numbers of these. We need a few, actually. Whatever. Oh, I need to turn these into science packs. Okay. So we know there are... Crap. Crap, crappity crap, crap. Okay, so there's alien. There's blue. Okay. There's orange, purple, there's yellow, there's green, and there's red. Okay, and with that, then you go boop, 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 boop. Okay, just keep researching. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's going to be interesting what color is actually running out. I don't know what it is yet, but there'll be a color that's running out that I'm like, huh, weird color for to run out. It won't be green, though. I'm pretty sure of that. If it's green, there's some other resource issues that I have not quite accounted for. And then we want a chest just for golds, which... We're not going to make them by hand, of course, but we will get them in another way. It looks like science has kind of stopped. Oh no, it hasn't. Never mind. My bad. Now, the question is, how far can we go on plasma technology before we have gone too far? We can go up to 4. Can we go to 5? 5's probably pushing it. 5 needs nitinol, which we can make. If you're doing something, why not go big? You know? Let's get nitinol made. We've got nickel. Nickel's up there. Oh. Yeah, that might be a tough one. I'm not sure I'll be able to get an answer for you on that one, but I'll see. Alright, so I asked her. We do not get an answer on that one. There is no answer. So that's the answer. There's no answer. There is an answer, but she's not going to tell us. I think she sort of follows the same sort of rules as she doesn't want to talk about things that are bad. Which I respect that answer. Ultimate inserters. Oh my god, that's what they used to call me in high school. The ultimate inserter. No, it is not what they used to call me in high school. Gladly. Thankfully, rather. Okay. We're going to go up to the science, and we're going to grab the stuff we need for gold science. Lewd. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't get told the answer. Either way. So we need gold science packs, which is actually the last science pack, I suppose, when you really think about it. Modular roboports, how neat. Okay. Oh, we are actually getting into an interesting place with science. Let's keep going this way. Let's see where this goes. That's a pickup spot. Okay, I was like, why are you here? No, that makes sense. Okay, what we want to do is we want to do this. So, oh, atomic bombs. No, let's do rocket silo research. We're not going to build rockets just yet, but let's do the research for them. Because you got to do the science sometime. So again, I've forgotten what gold needed. Gold needed yellow, red, grey, and blue. Okay, so it needs those three. Oh, that's easy then. I'm just going to walk around here while looking at my inventory. That's, I think, the safest way to do anything in life. Gold. And we're just going to do it like this. Like that. Can I productivity this? I can, but I'm not going to give them the good stuff. I don't think they deserve the good stuff. And that can probably be done. Yeah, that just goes for miles. And how far can we go with the blues and blacks? Black-blue control, how far does it go? Goes up that far. Don't mind me just being a magic player there. Got to talk about your black-blue control. Okay. Those, by the way, can all be tossed. I don't need those anymore. This is a weird way of doing this train. I don't know why I've decided to do it this way, but this is the way I'm doing it. And then we'll just speed module, speed module, speed module. Just make him. Keep doing your research. Okay, and then I think I saw some train fuel up. Oh goodness, I've broken stuff. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Now we need to get the train fuel up here. The legally sanctioned train fuel. Soon it'll actually be train fuel be used to make rockets, which is pretty exciting. I think we've just called over the be fine. Okay, so this is kind of a Herobrine the AT. Okay, that's a name. We've probably gone a little bit far with the amount of work that we've put into this, but that's okay. I wonder if we could... Oh, I wonder if we just slot in there. That'd be pretty nice. Don't know if I can, but I'll give it a go. Actually, that's not how you do those stations, and don't try to do it any other way. That's how you break stuff. You know the rules, and so do I. Okay. There we go. Now that will gold science drop. Empty, full, or time passed 300 seconds. It quite frankly doesn't matter at that point. And then it's just going to unload. I don't even care quite how it works. Yeah, just like that. And with that, we can start making... Oh, my goodness. Oh, we could do my power armor. Oh. You know what? I was going to do artillery, but I want big armor time. It's big armor time, boys. That... No, it's doing the green research first. Okay, that's fine. Shit, yeah, big armor time. I wasn't thinking about big armor. I'm really excited about big armor, honestly. Let's do all the research for armor now. So that should be going. It's not going incredibly quickly because I forgot to module it properly. Like we put the productivity in there, but we didn't put the speed in there. So let's go put the speed in there. Gotta let loose the speed. That came out way creepier than I anticipated. I got a need for speed. That doesn't infringe on EA's copyrights. Okay, there we go. I did prod the... It's prodded. I put the prods in there, I didn't put the speeds in there, that's the only problem. Oh hell. No, wait, where are you going? I don't know, I'm scared and afraid. Stop. Go this way, please. That's gonna go the wrong... Oh, that figured itself out. Oh, the assemblers. Valid point. Should have thought about that. Look, you know what? I think we're fine for those. I think we'll be alright. Wait here. I'm putting a radar down. There's a plasma turret over there, which is pretty funny and adorable. Okay, nitinol. How the hell are we going to make nitinol? I mean, why don't we just make nitinol here, right? It appears that coal mine is completely worn out. Okay, Nitinol, what does it need? Nickel and titanium. Well, they're both pretty easy to get. Or I can make it up here. Up here looks like it'd be good too. Oh. I've pressed the Windows key. All over now. Okay. You know, Nitinol up here by the gold does seem like a good place to put it. Or we could put it down by the uranium, but by the gold sounds pretty good. And then we have to figure out how to make this. We can't do all of it yet because we do need tungsten. But it does upgrade from different power armors, so that's okay. We can go all the way up to Mark 4, which is jumping up. We're currently in power armor Mark 1. Oh, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be too much power all at once. But you know what they say about that? If that, I'm going to have all the power I bloody well want. That's what they say. It's a regional thing. It's a regional dialect. Okay. That's the one going down, yes. Power overwhelming. I will be unstoppable. I will be unto a god. But not a god. I will be unto a god. You know, don't go too far. Don't lose your absolute head over this. Okay. Yeah, I think I've messed up. That's alright. It gives it a way out. It's fine. Even gods mess up sometimes. Okay, so we've got to get titanium and we've got to get the other material, which is called nickel. 1 miner per half belt. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. How much does each one of those sciences take you now, Wolf? Or Glacier? I always forget which way to go. I think I'm supposed to go Glacier. How long, like, how much science do those things need? Okay, we're going to do it like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab another one and we're going to pop it right over there. $780. Not bad. It's quite a lot. Wait, how often are you launching rockets? I just realized what the implications of that are, and it terrifies me. I am frightened by no man, but this thing, it scares me. Not as fast. Well, you know what? It's fair. Artillery shell range. That's not going to help us just yet. We could start like learning new types of artillery shells. I don't know if we need to do that, but we could. Okay. There's going to be a titanium drop. Thanks, game. I wasn't doing anything important. Don't worry about it. Just come over here. I don't really give a shit. I really wish it would just be like, hey, can I bother you for a second? Yeah, go for it, man. No, it's just like, oh! Here I am. Cool. Welcome. Good to have you here. Okay, so we're not really using a lot with nickel at the moment, but that is about to change because with this, what do you mean not full cargo inventory? Okay, I think we've got to fix up nickel. Your labs consume 8.3 per minute. Okay, yeah, that's valid. I can see the problem you got there. Atomic artillery shells. Meow meow. Um, Atomic artillery shells. That would deal with pretty much everything very quickly. Do we make atomic artillery shells? What a stupid question. Yes, you do. You shouldn't have to. Oh, wait, is it doing it? Oh, I think I know what I did there. I'm sorry, I may mess that up. Hang on, let me just fix that up. How do I want to dilate it? That's a valid point. That would probably kill me. Oh, I see what I did there. I put it around the wrong way. Might have done that with something else as well. Oh, it should be fine now. Okay. Atomic artillery shells sounds like the best idea. Is this a mod? Yeah, it's part of the mod. I mean, it's not something separately that I've downloaded. Atomic artillery shells. You know what? Maybe I just build one and see how I like it. Okay, maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, they're not separate. They're not a separate mod. They're just part of it. I do need to start doing maze transformation anyway, and that's going to require atomic. That requires atomic bombs for each one of them. Ugh. Maybe this isn't something we need to do right now. Plasma turrets, though. We done with that? I don't think we are. No, we want vehicle plasma turrets. And we want to get my... What are they called? Metal mixing furnace. The MMM. For short. Okay, there we go. Okay. Additional plating. Here we go. I missed one. Okay, that's fine. Plasma cannons are vehicle shooting speed. Okay. I am going to need to fix things. No, other way around. Need you to come into there and be like that. I don't think I care so much about the productivity of this one. I think oh, I missed. Oh no, I missed. Alright, I don't think I care about productivity. I just want to get the speed. Which looks like that. And you're not going to see a damn thing until you power everything up. We know that. And yet we're surprised every time. That's going to make... Yeah, you know what? That's probably going to be fine for now. Actually, no, it's not, but whatever. We'll fix it. Let's keep getting laser damage, laser research. And then we will just rip everything apart. It'll be terrifying. I will be scared. That's unusual for me because I'm usually not afraid of anything. I'm usually the bravest. I say usually, I'm always the bravest. Who am I kidding? Everyone knows. Anyway. Okie dokie. We're gonna need some sort of fuel in here. Here's your weapon damage. Alright, that's good. Train. Nope, that's not how this works. There we go. Go from there. Netinol. Okay. Okay. This is good. Oh, we are starting to clear out one of those patches of uranium. A little scary. That train is just hooning down. I imagine that's the gold train. Yeah, it is. But not the gold train, it's like the gold science train. Okay. So we need to fuel this train with good old-fashioned coal, which we can probably... You know what? I'm taking this off now. I've been a cat for long enough. I mean, I'm always a cat, obviously, but you know what I mean. I'll request a chest out here. It just requests coal. And that can just do this. Okay. Okay, you're just taking the piss now. Okay, now it might just be taking the piss. I don't know. Okay, so let's go figure out what's wrong with my nickel. But before that, get a station set up for this, so when we are working, it'll work. Yeah, that's good. So I can't help but notice no coal's arrived yet. Which is distressing, to say the least. Oh. Suppose I need to power it, huh? I don't know why it's distressing. It's not actually that distressing. It's just like, oh, there's my coal. So what do we need for power armor? I think there's actually... We need tungsten. That's okay. Everything else is pretty good. Do we have silicon nitride down here yet? I don't think we do. Actually, the best way to find that out is just search for silicon. No, we absolutely do not. Well, we're about to. Okay, let's go find out what's happening with the nickel and how we can help it. It might be something to do with oxygen. If that's the case, yeah, we can do something. Oh yeah, we need to build like 100 of those. It's gonna be a bit of a pain. Actually, no, it's not. It's gonna be fine. Okay, what's going wrong with nickel? Now that I think about it, I could have actually gone to the map and actually had a look at it, but no, I've driven all the way here now. Can't help but notice we've got 0 nickel. That's not great. What's the problem? Lack of oxygen. Lack of oxygen. Okay. Guess we've got a few more issues than just lack of oxygen here. No, lack of oxygen is the problem. Because there's no water coming through here. Interesting. There's supposed to be water coming through here. Oh no, I know where it broke too. I don't. How the hell did my water break? It has no power? Oh my gosh. Past Seif was not nice to me. No, he very rarely is, but that's okay. We good now? Yeah. Okay, you know what? Let's make more water there. Because we're about to like push this into overdrive, so we got more pump jacks, don't we? We do. Click on that. That number should be rising fairly quickly. Yes, it is. Ow, sorry, I hit the microphone. I apologize. Now, I think that's super cool and cute how you're making like that number. I mean, look at it. They're making so many. They're not making near enough. But what is the problem? Not enough oxygen, it looks like. Well, I only had a solution for that. Oh, wait. I do. Just keep researching, it's fine. Okay. That's in the wrong place. It wasn't really in the wrong place, but it is now. I just keep researching. I really don't care what you do. Just keep working on it. Okay, so they're all going. It's pretty neat. I like that. I like that. These lesser productivity modules should do the trick. We might need to get rid of some of these. Might do more venting of carbon of the sulfur. It doesn't really produce that much. It produces 10. That's not really that big a deal. Okay. Now that's all very... How much nickel do we have here? 15 million. Okay, 15 million nickel is actually fine. And that should consume a lot more. Wait, a washing machine was found in the wreckage of a shot down attack helicopter? How did it get up there? That doesn't make sense. You don't just put a washing machine in an attack helicopter. Are they going to drop the washing machine? How are the Russians up to now? It's confusing. It's meant to be a war, goddammit. They stole it. Ah. Who goes and steals someone's washing machine? What the hell? Lost all respect for the Russian army now. That's probably the logical assumption. I mean, what, the army doesn't pay you well enough to get your own washing machine? And putting in an attack helicopter seems like a foolish move. I mean, I don't know much about attack helicopters, but I assume that agility is an important thing for them. As I said, though, I don't really know much about attack helicopters. I like the fast robots. They're nice. It appears, though, we don't really have power lines set up properly. Maybe we do. We're going to be improving our... actually, everything in a moment. You guys can just... okay, no, we do actually have too much sulfur dioxide being produced. Fine, we can burn it off. Okay, let's just power this all up. It doesn't really need to be all powered up, but why not? You're gonna do it, you might as well do it, right? Are we good? Yeah, I see nothing wrong with anything that's happening here. I'm just going to ignore those big yellow lines because I frankly don't care anymore. Ah, shoot. We got to do that. Yeah. Actually. Gotta do that. Having problems with oxygen again, really? Not with water though, so yeah, we're not having problems with water. The problem is really that we're just not fast enough. More speed. I'm pretty sure... Oh wow, these vents are actually handling that. If you want to have another one though. So much hydrogen is being burnt off right now. I think we could probably put that further down and be okay with that. Okay, where does this want to go? Doesn't want to go to brass. Does it want to go to where we want to? Yeah, it's going to Nitinol. Hey! Actually, on the way, do you mind just stopping over here? Right, I say over there, I mean over here. Pick up some stuff while we're there. Okay. Please bring me things. Yes, Santa, please bring me things. I've been good for at least a minute. I've only caused 3 ecological disasters today. I want portable reactors, I think. What are the tiny little reactors you put on your back? Ones. Oh, they don't actually need any nuclear power. That's weird. I cannot run faster than it without my exoskeletons. Okay. And with that, we should be able to make some new sorts of power armor. We're going to need to... Oh wait, we can't make 4s. We don't have those. We can make 3s though, right? We can make 3s. That's just still 2 levels up, which is still nothing to be sniffed at. So let's take everything out of my power armor for now. So slow now. So sad. That's right. We'll be fast as in a moment. Power armor 2. Power armor 3. We are going to need to go and get some other things. But now this should be alright. We're going to get speed module 2s, efficiency module 2s. Let's go grab those now. And we can't make power armor 4s yet because we haven't made electric processing modules. Although, it really wouldn't be hard to make them, let's be honest. Everything else is almost done anyway. Okay, so what do we need? We need 25 speed 2s. Okay. And 25 efficiency 2s. Okay, that'll get me to 2. 3 is wanting 5 efficiency 4s and 5 speed 4s. Okay, that's almost insulting how low that is. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Surely that can't be right. No, it's 5. Why did I think it was 4? Who knows? And with that, we're good. Okay, there's going to be a rare time when we go back to the personal station. Usually we don't go back. At least not immediately. But this is a special circumstance. And then we've got to basically build a lot of stuff for my... You know, I'm done with space assembly. I'm bored of it now. Big transmission. I want to do that soon. Wait. Does Mark II not even need my Mark I armor? It doesn't. Oh, well, okay then. If you're going to be like that, you don't get it. Okay, so now we see how much bigger this armor is. Oh, wait, please tell me I didn't just lose it. I didn't. So... Oh, shit. Oh, we got a lot more inventory space to fill up. So everything used to fit this one. If we put this in, that's everything we had before. Okay. Yeah, alright. That's, big difference. Exoskeletons 3s maybe? Maybe. We can't because we don't have the electronic processing board. Okay, well, that's just absolutely cool of you. Super rad. Okay, I'm seeing more and more we need those better processing boards. Time to run so fast I break the game. Hell yeah. First, let's get power. So this is 750 kilowatts. Yeah, let's take those out. We don't need those anymore, I think. I think 2 of these will suffice. For now. Can we get personal robot report 2s, please? I think we can build those. Oh, I guess we'll chuck my 1s in there first. Okay, so these will do more robot charging, more robots able to be held. That's good. Something. We are going to have to come back to this. That's alright. We will finish this whole project. Jeez. Stop. Goodness gracious, stop. I don't have energy shields yet, guys. I don't need to build anything right now, he says, walking into a goddamn train. Oh. Oh, can you please stop right now? Well, at least the spawn point isn't far. Yeah, I deserve the train emotes there. Go train! Yeah. Okay. So where are we gonna put these new ones? My thinking is we could put them up here because the first one's kind of the same, and then we could put the. Oh, those are going to be a pain to make and put somewhere else. Yeah, we could just run them through there. That probably works. Okay. I love the train emotes when I die. It's always fun. Well, not emotes, you know, sound effects. I'll get there eventually, guys. I'll call them the right thing. Okay, well, the first part's easy. Because I've picked up a bunch of stuff I don't really need, but thankfully I've got a lot of more inventory space. I don't feel like I'm running. I feel like I'm probably... Oh! Oh, goodness gracious, no. What is this? What is this? That's ridiculous. What it is? Like it's not even using the latest of technology. Who does that? Alright guys, let's listen up. Okay, we haven't actually built new ones of those, that's fine. But when we're done here, and I'll make a man out of you. Well, not a man because you are still assembly machines, but you know what I mean. There we go. Look at that. That is a machine that hungers. Alright, Glacier, you take care. Catch you another time. That is indeed a machine that hungers. And I appreciate a hungry machine. Oh, artifacts. You guys grab them. You guys are fast. Make them do it. We've got a lot of artifacts over here, actually. Probably deal with that. I say a lot, and there's 4. Look, it's not that much. Right, so here's the plan. We're going to split this. We're going to split this. We're going to go like that. We're going to go like that. Okay. Then we're going to make these. We're going to make this whole system again. But this is where we get sneaky. Because we're not going to make it whole thing again. We're just going to do this. That looks like a ship. Pew, 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 pew. Anyway. That's enough fun for one day. We'll have no more fun today. That's not true. Well, it might be true. Depends what you consider fun, I suppose. And then we need to get the ferric chloride, which is actually pretty easy to get. Well, actually, I say that. It could run out. We have a train that's run out of fuel. Now, that alarms me for many, many reasons. Main one being how this happened. The transistor train. That's surprising. Alright, let's go figure out what's wrong with the transistor line. I don't think it's far. No, it's not. It's just dumb. So yes, technically there is a jam because of the train running out of fuel, but that doesn't count. Now, I'm intrigued how this train was even able to run out of fuel in the first place. We got some questions about Calidus, do we? So we're just going to empty this train out and see what we can find. As I said, that shouldn't have been possible. Trains were delayed a little bit, but that's okay. They are sorting themselves out. Now, does this train not have a fuel line? It does. Goes the wrong way. That's fine, Wes. Entirely up to you whether you have questions about Calidus. I have a funny feeling it's going to... Oh, actually, no, it's going to be fine. No, Wes made an agreement that he was never going to talk about the emitters at Calidus. Because I think he thought it annoyed me. But it didn't. I don't know. Wes is holding true to his word. He's an honourable lad. I asked everyone to stop. Doesn't mean they're going to. Why the thing was there? I'm a man of contradictions. We need to launch the SpaceX rocket first to get to Calidus. That is true. We will be doing that soon. Okay. Okay, dokie. Okay, Doki Doki Literature Club. I only just got the pun in that name in that game's title the other day. Well, not pun, but like the double meaning, and I kind of love it. It's not a pun, but it was a double meaning. Okay. What are these fast stack inserters doing here? I didn't ask for that. This is what happens when I try to find things manually. You know what? What are they actually called? Multi-layer circuit boards. Oh, I would have never guessed that. There we go. So in C block, this would have been the equivalent of the black boards, but I guess we don't have Chrome in this. And Chrome was a big problem in Angels, so nice. Don't have to worry about Chrome. Chrome was a pain in Angels Industries. And there is nothing as bad as Chrome in this, thankfully. At least I don't think so. Pretty sure I would have found out something if something was worse than Chrome. I usually look a little bit ahead in the technology tree just so I don't waste everyone's time when I'm playing. I don't recall seeing anything as bad as Chrome, so we're probably fine. Okay, so the real question is, where do we take these now? Can I use Firefox or Edge in the recipe? Only Opera, it turns out. I know, weird. Interesting. Rocket control units almost take the exact same thing. In fact, they take the exact same thing as these. So why don't we just make RCUs at the same time? That's what I call a logical idea. But where are we going to put them? We need a lot of space for trains. We could start putting it up there, but I don't know if that's actually a good idea. Could put it up here. We don't really care about this water. Is that going to be enough space? So this required 3 blocks. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 3 blocks. Could do. I'd rather have 4 blocks. You had a corn dog during this weekend? The American said you did not? Okay. Show me a picture of that corn dog and I'll tell you whether I agree with you or not. It doesn't mean anything if I agree with you or disagree with you. The Americans are just going to say what they want to say. And that's not me having to go to Americans, just putting that out there real quick. But I'm intrigued what was or was not a corn dog. You know what? Actually, because we've got all these things here anyway. We could just drag them up. It's in Discord and food day 2. Alright, let's have a look at this corn dog. You know what? Oh. Oh, jeez, did I break something? We're still streaming. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have a look anyway. Looking for this corn dog. Day 2, you said. Oh, yeah, it looks alright. I don't know how I feel about stuff on it, though. That's weird. Looks good, though. Yeah. I'd approve of that. That's what they said, too. Oh. No, I think it looks good. I'd eat it. Maybe. That's just generally because I'm more agreeable. You know what? We're doing a poll. I expect it to be tied, so don't disappoint me, people. Does Veldak's hot dog look good? Yes. No. There we go. New poll. I couldn't help myself. The last, there had to be yes, no, and then an A sort of. Sometimes you got to put an emote in there. You refuse to vote. Well, then the answer is no. That's okay. Or you can just do the A face. Or just you're so against it you're not even going to vote on that. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of alien artifacts over here. Gotta deal with that. Ah, that's funny. Oops, no, I'm not away. I'm here. Minor technical error there. I'm here. I haven't left. Oh, goodness. Every now and then I just love making a stupid poll. As I said, I fully expect it to be 50-50. Which is currently 3 votes for yes and 3 votes for face. Never change, guys. Never change. I love these tied votes. It makes me wonder why I bother trying, but it also fills me with such joy that there's like a unified community being like, no, nah, man, we're not doing this. Every time, I swear to God. Okay. So what I realized is we actually don't need to have so many trains in here because the modules request all of this stuff anyway. So we could just shoop them out of here. Which is, of course, the official sound for the things leaving. So what we could do... yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie, I voted looks good. Give up. What? Looks good though. I'm just like scared of strange things. You get your food. Wait, what? (3/3/17). Oh man, I can't wait to see how many bots we lose when we start going faster. Look, Veldak, you enjoy the food you want to enjoy. Don't let anyone tell you. Yeah, exactly. Hang on. Yeah, screw the haters. You order what you want to order. Lisa, I thought you were going to bed. That's what they hang on a moment. Before. You don't go to the food festival with a standard thing you can always get. Absolutely. You just order what you want, man. Don't let the haters tell you what to do. You know, you're better than that. I know you are. Mobile. Ah, clever. So the vote is in. 3 votes for yes and 3 votes for Lenny Face. God damn it, guys. Oh, no, I absolutely do love that. I really could not ask for a better poll result. I know what's going to happen every time I vote. I put a poll up. It's going to be 50-50. No votes for no, though, so, you know. That's something. Can we do this? And then we just need to get the, what? XRTs? No, we got the XRTs. These, okay. For those who don't know, CPU is now spelled XRT. Not my fault if you spell it wrong. Okay, so we might need to change the way these work a little bit, but that's okay. How do we want to do this? Electronic assembly machines are technically faster, but doing it like this would be a better result because we go this. I don't think we want to do any more than that, honestly. We just favorite that real quick. Okay. So solder and basic transistors are coming through on one thing, which is fine. So these two on the same thing. We could put CPUs and multi-layer circuit boards on the same thing, which would be easier if we just sort of did this, which I'm about to do right now. Just put a little bit of a train in there. Nope, not you. Yeah, you. That's one hell of a name. Okay. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, Weston, will you take care? Thanks for coming by. Okay. Well, I mean, look, if the guy from Alabama tells you that he can get that there, I mean, that's just proof that you've ordered the right thing. You ask me. Multi-layer circuit board, a drop. And then the train doesn't know they can come here because it's never been told how its life actually works. Full cargo, empty cargo, make it happen. Oh, yeah, they always get confused on those corners, don't they? Man, this really empties pretty quick. Fish hamburger, heretical. I mean, maybe. I'm not a fan of fish, but I don't know if it's heresy. You know what we'll do? We'll do it this way. And then we get the XRTs, which are right here. Oops. We're going to need to go get more supplies, I think. And then we're going to combine these two together. These two are going to be friends. And then we need to go and get more stuff, because we've run out of stuff. Oh wait, we're not even researching anything right now. What the hell? That was wasted time. My speed run is ruined. We have to start from the beginning, guys. Good thing we're not actually doing a speed run, huh? If this was a channel you were mod in, that would be purged for taunting mods. What, saying that he likes a salmon burger? Okay, well, that's cool, man. Whatever makes you happy. Thankfully, it's not a channel you're mod in, because he has a right to his opinion. This is a democracy, damn it. And I know that because every poll is 50-50. Like a good democracy. You're ready to purge the haters? You know, Glacier? I'm usually kind of saying let's not purge the haters, but I haven't had a good purge in a long time. The haters, ungroovifying and... Oh no, hang on. Groove Patrol. I don't want to play Groove Patrol, I just want to hear, like, read the part. Oh wait, no, that wasn't... No, wait, not by you. By... Tupperware Remix Party. Is that what I was looking for? Groove Crusaders! That's the one. Groove Crusaders... Lyrics. There's just a line that I really want to read out, and I can't... Oh, it's not even working now. Sworn enemies of the fund who are bent on hatering them and ungroovifying the world at large. There we go. That's vaguely what I was after. Okay, we still want remix? That's going the wrong way. I should go the right way. That'd be cool. Okay, so this is only half the story. That one's fine. That one's not. That one's definitely not. Then we go that. Then we go that. Then we go that. Then, oh. Then, okay. A lot of research is being done right now. It's good. We need the research being done, but I was doing some thought, and I could like just do make a lot of hydrazine and power the base with hydrazine. It's kind of a dumb idea, but I could do it. And just because something's a dumb idea doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. I mean, you've probably been here long enough, most of you, to know that's how I roll. Yeah, we're just going to do some research, I suppose. Yeah, how many of these do we actually need? A lot, but also... Okay, we're going to keep going through that. We need a lot, but also... I do like dumb ideas. The next dumb idea will probably be, what mod do I play next? And that, I reckon, will not be a 50-50 vote. Because someone's going to be like, haha, I will rig this vote. You know what? I'll allow them to rig the vote too. I'll make them pay for it. Haha. Okay, for now though, I think that is actually okay. As I said, it's a democracy. You're allowed to rig the vote. Boy, that's a bad view on democracy. A bad read, as they say. Okay. Now that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that so far. But we're not done yet. Because that only makes one thing. And what would be super rad and cool, I must add, would be if we also, oh, we probably need to put a train there and fuel the train. We'll worry about that in a minute. He says putting the train there immediately. Now the next step is the important one. This could have been done cleaner. It could have definitely been done cleaner. Also, I can't help but notice we've got two lots of CPUs here. Oh, sorry, XRTs. My bad. Oh yeah, because that's not the line I wanted. Aha. I fooled myself. This is the line that I wanted. What if? Oh, no. I outsmarted myself for a moment there. Could have done this better. Ah, this is so clean. Anyway, RCUs. They're not called RCUs, are they? They're called rocket control units. I just copied over the thing that I wanted to build. Okay. We saved resources. I am helping. Alright. There we go. RCUs are being made. Wow, that's RCU. Okay, we might not have a problem launching 2,000 rockets. Thought we were going to, but now that I see how fast we can make RCUs, this mod may not take as long to finish as I thought it would. Which is probably for the best. Oh, I'm not researching anything. Crap. Crapola. Keep researching. The age of green will never start if we stop researching. Deuterium power supply. Maybe. Actually, we already have the hydrazine generator? We do. We just gotta make a shit ton of hydrazine, which is actually really easy to do. We might make a lot of hydrazine just for fun. The problem we might run into is just the lack of alien artifacts, which is a scary concept. Go. No, going the wrong way. You know what? That's not a hard thing to make. Okay. It's not a hard one to make. I can just make these. Panicking. I don't know how to work a train. Everyone's going to laugh at me more than they normally do. We appear to be having some delays in solder. That's not great. Okay, so now we need to get some sort of power, which we can get from I don't know if we've got a place to get power from here. Because this is an end point. It doesn't go anywhere. Means you might need a train to actually deliver some rocket fuel. Probably should improve that in the future as well, actually. Because we're getting closer and closer to rocket time. Sorry, did I say rocket fuel? I mean train fuel. You all knew that, though. I don't remember how big the rocket train is, so we'll... Is that the train fuel train? Maybe. It is a double, okay. Really weird to have to type in rocket fuel, even though it's train fuel, as we all know. Whatever, the world's strange. Okay, clearly I clicked on something there. Something I did not want to click on. Or did I? Oh. This little guy is scared. He's alone and afraid. Oh no. My poor little dude. He's so scared and little. Okay, we'll help him. Maybe if I come by, yeah, he'll be excited again to see me. Yeah, I think he's fine now. Yeah. Any game that involves space rockets. I've done Galaxy Trucker before. I don't want to do Galaxy Trucker a second time. Uh, oh, you know what? They're kind of space rockets. This game's not about space rockets though, so does that count? Hmm. Uh, is a saucer count as a rocket, Veldak? That's my question for you. Does a flying saucer count as a space rocket? If no, we can go keep looking. Oh, we might be able to show on solder actually. Oh, I see why. How am I doing? I'm doing fine. Welcome, Lucky Ace Gaming. How are you doing? Okay. You're in? Okay. I'll show you a game. Sorry, we're doing What the Game right now, so I'll be back in just a second. What the Game and What the Headset. Alright, so What the Game, just so Lucky Ace Gaming knows and anyone else who's new. So I've got a bunch of board games behind me. There they are. And sometimes people ask me what's a game with a criteria. So today, the game that we're going to talk about is Cosmic Encounter Duel. It's a two-player version of Cosmic Encounter. Which is just a weird sort of game with variable player powers, and it's just kind of wacky and zany. I really like the multiplayer version of it, but it is... I kind of got rid of my copy because I kind of got frustrated with having to teach it. Which I kind of regret, but at the same time, I got really frustrated with that game. That's cool, man. Just chilling. Chilling's where you want to be. But yeah, it's a two-player game of Cosmic Encounter. Panda and I have only played it once. We liked it, but we didn't really go back into it again. I would like to play it again, though. But I just don't know when we're going to do that, because we've got so many games that we do love. And a game that's sort of like good, you know, I've said this before, but a game that's sort of good is sometimes not enough. You know, you want to play the greatest. And we've run out of solder. That's a problem. So that's a damn shame. I don't know why I'm doing a lot of these researches. I'm just doing them because I can, honestly. But it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we now have... We've got to rename these stations. Don't get hit by a train. And then we have rocket control units and also these green boards. The fake clicking on my fingers really helped me think there. So, you know, I'm glad I did that. Okay. I really thought we were going to be getting some rocket fuel today, but clearly not.
Kicking for goodness.
Thank you very much for following. Really appreciate it. If you got any questions at all, do feel free to sing out. It's totally fine. If you're wondering why the hell I've done something, also feel free to ask. We run a very spaghetti base here. There is some design, but the design gets rather skewed sometimes. I prioritize getting things done rather than getting them done looking nice. Some people do not like that. And I respect they're not liking that. Like, it's an acquired taste, shall we say. But that's okay. Everyone has their own opinions on how a base should be run, and none of them are necessarily wrong. Some of them feel wrong, I won't lie, but none of them are really wrong. Okay. That's not how this works at all. So we're going to rename the station to be... Oh, gosh. Here we go. Electronic processing board. This is the last boards that we need. Unless, but then again, I feel like I've said something very similar to that before. And I was wrong. And nope. Yeah, it always does that when I'm trying to do something. I always get annoyed at it too. Like, it's just doing its best. Like, hey, you finished your research. Like, we spent so much resources getting this done for you. And I'm like, why are you bothering me? It's like, oh God, I'm sorry. I was just want to do my job. So, you know, I'm just causing the fear of my helpful machines. It's not even machines, I suppose. It's just barely gone to the Factorio, know the basics. Any tips after that? Okay. First off, know that I'm playing a very heavy modded game, so what you're seeing may not be what you're going to be experiencing. I'm playing a mod that, first off, is a big maze, but what's known as the Bob Suite, which is basically a lot more metals and the game is a lot longer. But for players who just recently got into the game, that I can help you with. My personal suggestion, and people are going to disagree with me on this, build big, especially when you're getting started. Everything will take more space than you think it will, and it's better to build big and have lots of space for everything than to build tiny. You know, you don't want to build tiny. You want to build big. Have lots of space between things. Resources, there's a lot of them. That's my biggest advice. Like, I see a lot of new players building really small, compact bases, and then when they want to expand it, there's literally nowhere to go. You'll notice there's huge empty spaces where I'm building. That a lot of that is because if I want to upgrade it, I can. I'm going to say that's why I'm doing it. Maybe someone will believe me. But yeah, build bigger than you think you need to. It's okay. That's my biggest advice. Don't let anyone tell you you're building wrong. It's your base, man. You do what you do. You. If you are having fun, congratulations. You are playing Factorio correctly. People might try to tell you otherwise. Factorio does have an amazing community. People always help you out, and it is honestly one of my favorite things about the game. But people are very set in their ways. People go, this is how I like to build, and they go, maybe this is how everyone should build. Nah, man, build how you like. You know, if you are having fun, you are doing all right. That's another thing. Don't get into mods too early. You know, if you want to mod stuff, just some quality of life stuff's good, but don't feel like you need, if you don't want to go into big mod stuff, you don't have to. The game is super amazing, even unmodded. And the most important advice, and of all the things I could probably recommend, is don't take advice from me. Sorry, I just always love that joke. Someone gives a bunch of advice and then says, don't take advice from me. You're like, shit, that's what I was doing. I've messed up. I am joking though. As I said, everyone's got their own way of playing. No one's entirely wrong. And just have fun with it, man. There is a lot of game here. A lot of people here have like ridiculous numbers of hours in them, but your ideas are valid. You know? Your ideas, your opinions, your build methods, it's all good. Don't get disheartened by speedrunners is another one, but that's probably every game these days. Speedrun is so fast, and you're just like, how am I supposed to cope with that? You don't. No one play that fast. They're crazy. They're crazy people. Do I actually want these? Yes, I do want those. Speedrunners are crazy people. I will never understand how they're so fast. But it's really easy to get. Try to avoid blueprints on the internet. That's a good one, Tower. Yeah. At least Factorio is a glitch run game. That is a good point. It isn't. Yeah, Tower, I agree with that. That's a good point. Make your own blueprints. Figure out what works for you and what doesn't. I honestly think if you're really stuck, the Reddit is pretty good, but the Reddit will tell you how to do things in the conventional way and the way everyone does. And if you're really stuck, you can ask them. But wait, I've got one of those already. What am I struggling for? But did I? Oh shoot, I did. It didn't even tell me. Well, that's rude. Thank you so much. That's not rude to you, by the way. through to the game. Thank you so much for helping me reach the follow goal. Dance? Dance party? Oh yeah, no, the game is super amazing as is. Um, oh, but yeah, and I mean, the thing is, if Factorio is overwhelming for you, mods like this are overwhelming, and they're kind of designed to be. Yeah, but hey, when you want to get into mods, ask people what you think. I mean, hey, come in here anytime you want, and I'm always happy to talk Factorio. Even if I'm not playing Factorio, I will always talk Factorio if you want me to. But if you want advice on mods, I mean, there is some really good ones that change the game, and some really little ones that just add some good stuff. And some that I just can't live without anymore, which is probably bad. It's probably not a good thing. But so where are you up to in Factorio these days, Lucky Ace? What are you building? Tell me about your builds. What is the thing that has made you proud of your factory? And again, what makes you proud is entirely up to you. I remember starting this game. It was rough. And my factory was not great. Oh, one could argue my factory's not great now. That's really shut up. Did I try the 2012 XCOM game? Yeah, you mean XCOM by Firaxis? I did. I did play that one. I played a little bit of Long War, but I never really got into it. The war was just too long. But yeah, I played a bit of it. I liked I love the XCOM series. I've loved the XCOM series since, the very first one, like the 95 one, the DOS one. That's good shit, man. I don't know why I said it like that. But yeah, I love me some XCOM. Like, do I want to admit this? You built a castle with lots of defense and started a wave-based defense game thing? Hell yeah! Awesome, man! I'm going to admit this. When I was younger, I wrote XCOM fan fiction. It was bad. It was terrible. It has been deleted, but I wrote it. Oh, God. Yeah. I absolutely wrote XCOM fan fiction back in the day. Yeah, the DOS one is rough. It's got a lot of things in it that's quite tricky. But it's still a good game, we want to do something like this, I think. I feel embarrassed now that I admitted to writing XCOM fanfiction. It's alright, it's been deleted. No one can ever read it. Oh, it was so bad. I tried to do character interaction. It was just, I can't write for shit, man. I would love to have it come down here. That would be interesting. Oh yeah, exactly. Get out. Well, I've talked about this before, I think, but I'm going to talk about it again anyway because that's who I am as a person. But the original XCOM had a really funny bug in it. And the being bullied by a cyberdisk, unfortunately, is kind of the reverse of what I'm about to talk about. But so the original XCOM had a problem where when you played it after finishing the first mission, it would go back to the default difficulty, which was normal, right? And so people were complaining to the developers that the game was too easy. Right, so they went, okay, well, we'll make it harder. What they didn't realize is that bug existed in the first place. So the bug that makes the game too easy exists. It's pretty bad, but it exists. And then they make the game harder because people were complaining the game was too easy. They also fixed the bug, by the way. So they made the game harder, and then they also fixed the bug that made the game easier by mistake. Was it save load? I thought it was after the first mission. But anyway, so basically The game came out and it was ridiculously hard on easy because people complained it was too easy before. And so now easy was regarded as like a hard difficulty, and hard was just freaking impossible. Because they didn't know that I guess like the team that fixed the bug and the team that made it harder were two different teams. I don't know for sure, but it's just kind of a funny thing. I could have had some of the details wrong, and if I've got some of the details wrong, I apologize. Regardless, the story is fun. And who needs correct details when you got a fun story? They fixed the bug for UFO defense, or XCOM UFO defense, whatever you want to call it. That's good. Oh, these are all pointing in the wrong direction. These are all wrong. Okay. There's a lot of problems, given the fact also that they're using regular constructors. Oh goodness, I've broken a lot of things right now. XCOM. UFO Enemy Unknown. The original XCOM. Like in 95, I think it came out. Okay, this was a mistake. I've made mistakes. And bad mistakes. I've made a few. First one involved putting blueprints of trains around the wrong way. Actually, most of them just involve train tracks in general, let's be honest. Yeah, XCOM, good shit, man, good shit. I really want to play Phoenix Point. I know it's probably not good, because I've seen people say it's not good. That's my big indication why I think it's not good. But I want to play it. And I don't care if people say it's not good. Don't want to give it a go. But I haven't bought it, so that's probably going to be the hard part of that story. You've actually got to buy the game to play it, funnily enough. Because at the same time, I was like, last time it was on sale, I'm like, oh, Phoenix Point's on sale, I should buy it. And then I just sort of went, but why? Which, you know, is not a great reaction. What, Phoenix Point? Yeah. I mean, I've liked most XCOM games I've played. Like, most XCOM-esque games I've played. I haven't played that Warhammer 40,000 one that came out, like, last week, was it? I haven't touched that one yet. Maybe I should give it a go. Again, trick is, if you buy a game, you have to buy the game. Whoa, why do I have so many ceramic bearings? I don't think I need those. Oh, I know why. Okay. I prepared for that eventuality. I wasn't a big fan of the Warhammer 40,000 XCOM-esque game where you play as the Mechanarium. Mechanicus? Mechanicus Mechanarium? I don't know. I don't really care about them in general. But anyway, yeah, a lot of games to play. Not a lot of time. Okay. Lucky Ace Gaming. Big stretch. Okay, the stretches are big. Not joking. It's quite warm now, actually. This jacket is quite warm. I'm gonna take it off. Ooh, take it off. This has turned into a different type of stream. No, we're not doing that. Why is it big stretch? Because I saw a YouTube video about a cat stretching, and the guy, it was just like every time it was like big stretch, and it made me laugh, and I just thought I'd just type that. Most helpful review of Phoenix Point includes cons harder than any classic XCOM game. Oof. Ooh. Hey, if you wanted me to not buy that game, that was probably the answer. Yikes. XCOM's already tough enough, thank you very much. It's fine, like, I'm not saying XCOM bad because XCOM hard. I like the hardness of XCOM, which, that is a phrase that could be taken out of context later if anyone wants to get about that. Ooh, XCOM, you're so hard. You know what? There were phrases I could have not said. That was one of them. Where are my robots? Robots? Oh, the other construction bots are doing it. Okay. That's fine. You guys can do that. Okay, good. So now we've got a little bit more. We've got 9 more spots to put trains. Is that enough? When it's becoming a hot tub stream? You have to go to my other channel for that. There's no other channel. I want to put that out there real quick. There is well, I guess it's the YouTube channel, but it's not that sort of channel. This message has indeed been highlighted. Lucky Ace Gaming, the thing that people really like is the sound effects. Is the cat sound effect. That's pretty popular. Just letting you know. I like that one a lot. No one wants a hot tub stream from me. No one. Not even my wife. You know, I haven't asked her on that one. I'm not. You know, I'm not gonna have to. Honey, let me just ask you a really weird question. Just really weird. No. Did they ban all those? 12 questions not to ask. Oh, she's heard me say weird shit. You know, she knows who she married. I mean, she's heard me on, like, she's seen me on stream. She's seen me stream and been like, what the hell is he on about now? I've broken my trains. You know, the number of times she hears me talking with my friends where I don't have to censor myself, and she's just like, yep, that's about what I expected. Okay. Oh, we are having problems with lubricant. Oh, good. It's just continuing, isn't it? Anyway. Uh-oh. Do we have a train jam, or is it just because this is a high traffic area? There's a high traffic area and only one train can go through at a time. Because I don't trust multiple trains here at the same time. Not since the incident. That's okay. We really should upgrade some of these trains to be like tier 3 trains, but we haven't done that yet. I'm not allowed to talk about the incident. Okay, in all seriousness, Lucky Ace, the incident is just a thing I love to say. Because it is just my favorite thing. Because everyone has the same question. What incident? Like, you know, my favorite one is like, oh, you know, you got to get these nice kitchen knives. Like, I'm not allowed to use knives, not since the incident. And everyone wants to know what the incident is when you say that. Like, God, people want to know what the incident is. There is no incident 98% of the time. Probably even higher. I've just set a random percentage there and called it a day. There is no incident, but of course everyone wants to know about it. You know, everyone wants to know, how did Seif? Holy shit! Wait. We have a couple of electrolyzers. No, nothing happened. Just try it out. So I've been like in meetings, I assume, when you're in a meeting and just everyone's sort of just waiting for people to show up and you're just kind of bored, that sort of thing. Oh, hang on, I'm jumping in there. You're just kind of bored and everyone's just talking about the weather and stuff. Just throw in I'm not allowed to do that since the incident. You just do a long pause. You've got to be a little bit outspoken to be able to do that. And just everyone's like, no one generally doesn't have the first thought of, what incident? Just make sure you use that one correctly, okay? You can use that one very wrong, and allow me to show you how you can do that one wrong, okay? Here's how you do the incident wrong. I'm not allowed near schools, not since the incident. Don't do that one. That one's a mistake. I don't think I need to tell you how you can mess that one up. Just stay away from that one. That one's going to get you in trouble. Okay, so the problem is we don't have any heavy oil. That's fair enough. What I might actually do... Sounds like a good clip. No! No! Yeah, that's going to be clipped out of context. I always forget people can just do that. Oh well. I'd say please don't, but I mean, I can't really tell you what to do. I mean, I think I can I delete clips if someone makes something? I don't know. Sounds like something I should know after saying something like that. I guess I'll find out after the incident. See, that's how you use it correctly. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to stop that. Okay. So we're going to burn the sour gas, because quite frankly, we don't need it. That's going to make my lubricant. Okay. Okay, I think we're good again. Actually, we could probably burn a little bit more sour gas. Because these we don't need anymore. In fact... No, that's probably fine. That's just wasting a lot of stuff, but I don't really care. Because if we really had problems, we can just get more oil, right? Yeah, it's not a problem. What we could do, though, is just to make sure that we are absolutely tip-top shape. I missed. I can't find it anymore. Damn it! I messed up. We have almost done all the research. I guess aside from that one, let's keep doing space research. That's going to take a while, but we got to do it. And let's just pop that right there. There we go. Get those done a little bit faster. Get that heavy oil out there. Get that lubricant. Okay. Wow, we are making so much lubricant. We're going to be moving real quick. I don't want to use a phrase like a greased up Scotsman because I don't know what that's like, but I feel like I'm quoting Simpsons on that one. Or at least paraphrasing Simpsons. think what we do need to do though is upgrade all of these. Upgrade all of those, upgrade all of these. Because we do appear to have a delay in sulfuric acid. And I don't want to have a delay in sulfuric acid. I would like to have infinite amounts of sulfuric acid if I could. Do we have more compressors? Oh wait, don't we have compressor 2s? Oh, we do have compressor 2s. There we go. How are we looking now? Good. So that should produce more. Oh, nitrogen could be a problem. Okay, well, let's burn off some of this nitrogen. Wait, that reduces pollution? Wait, what? Some of them create pollution, some of them reduce it. Interesting. Hmm. That could be useful when I'm trying to anger the biters. How are we doing with pollution at the moment? Not too bad. That train is still alive, which is kind of surprising to me. Speaking of trains being alive and that being surprising, let's go make that big artillery train that I wanted. Been a while since I thought about it. Hello, Cobalt Ethan. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Ah, okay, so I want a big artillery train because we need to get tungsten. We know that. I believe all my artillery trains are away from the Vingabus Party Station. They are. I'm doing well, man. Playing Factorio. How can you ever go wrong with that? You know, aside from when you're having your base absolutely devoured by things. Aside from those times, how can you go wrong? Okay, so what we'd like to do is start making those. So these armored trains, armored locomotives specifically. Oh, shoot. Did you really need 165 trains? Okay, well, you've gone too far. Okay, that's... You probably didn't need that many trains. Probably don't even need 16, to be honest. 1 is probably the appropriate number. Yep, call that. I knew it was going to do something stupid there. Don't need 165 trains, not all in one go. Yeah, that's true. Space exploration material science, which is the best science because the logic of it is so funny. You have a train, it gives you science and 1,000 scrap because the train was smushed. And I'm like, that's funny. I like that a lot. A smush a train. Smush might not be the technical phrase. There is no overproduction in this game. Well, 165 trains in a box is probably too many. That's probably more what I was meaning. But yeah, I suppose you're not wrong. Did you ever finish Space Exploration Veldak? I know you were close. I don't know if you actually finished it though. I'm not shaming you, just publicly shaming you. Oh, Veldak never finished. I'm not publicly shaming you or anything, but proceeds to publicly shame. Oops. Asphalt 8 on your phone. You're still playing that, huh? Okay, so that's got to go to the Vingabus Party Station. Finger Party Station, sorry. Oh, Finger Party Station, this is what it's called. Now, here's where we get a little bit interesting. What do we want for these trains? What do we want for me, actually? Like, should I build energy shields for myself so I don't die? That sounds fun. What can we do in the way of energy shields? We can only do up to level 3. Wait a second, what? Did I just not research these things? No, I just didn't get around to it. Okay, well let's do that. I mean, okay. The bread mafia is trying to keep us down again, guys. Okay. Brad. I call it Brad. That's his name. Oh wait, when was it last updated? I thought it wasn't updated ages ago. OG bread. I don't know, I just think when you start getting into like arguments over what is and is not bread, I think you've gone too far, like science has gone too far, you know? What has science wrought these sandwich cushions before mine eyes? Be gone with your heretical sandwich cushions, I say. Bread is bread, I agree. Math is math, bread is bread. We wanted plasma cannons, and I can't remember what they look like. They look like that. Can we go to 5? We can't do 5 because we don't have silver zinc batteries. Oh yeah, biters respawn. Well, they don't respawn. They're coming through the meteors. That's where they get you. Bread is like porn. You know it when you see it. That explains a few things that I've had, a few feelings I had about bread lately. Oh. Arnold Schwarzenegger narrating questions in a documentary. Sir David Attenborough's voice is always amazing, though. Like, I just love his voice. Okay, so what I would like to do is get these big honking plasma cannons. And everyone gets a plasma cannon. Well, you could put 2 plasma cannons. Oh. Plasma cannons. Plasma cannons. Okay, we need other things as well. We can't just talk about plasma cannons all day. Plasma cannon. Okay, we got fusion generators. How many of those do we have? That's only the level 1 fusion cell. Do we have better of those? Let's just keep working on stuff. Oh, these aren't point defense weapons. These are plasma cannons. They are AoEs. They're like short-ranged artillery. Sometimes they do hit themselves, though, and it's pretty distressing when that happens. But, you know, you live, you learn. Okay, fusion. Okay, we have only got 1 vehicle fusion cell. We want better than that. How far can we go before it's too much? Oh, we're going to need to go to grab some modules. Okay. We put RT on your RT so you can RT while you bombard. Absolutely, but I do also need to consider... Actually, hang on. That is 2 by 2. That is 2 by 4. 2 by 4? Like 8? Hmm. Do I have the nuclear artillery mod? I don't have the mod for it, but it's here. I didn't get a specific mod for it. It exists. It's I haven't researched it, I don't think. But it's here. I don't know if I'm going to build them though. I don't know if I need these fusion cells like this. I think I'd be better off building these fusion reactors, honestly. Yeah. Really weird, the fusion reactors don't actually need any fusionable material. Fissionable? Fissionable is the right word, sorry, not fusionable. What bullshit am I talking about? I never really know, to be honest. Should we go one more level up? I think we should. Fissionable. Fissionable. I don't know. We'll go one more. I think after that we probably don't need any better than that. The ability to fish with nukes. Okay, that's probably a crime. I mean, obviously, like, having nukes and just... If you can't have a Davy Crockett, then why build nukes? What is a Davy Crockett? I do not get the reference. Okay. Ah, okay. So that's probably going to give us... How much power will that give us? 1.25 megawatts. Okay, and how much energy do these things need? 6.72, but they don't fire... Well, sorry. 3.5 megawatts. Or megajoules. Donkey pounded. Ooh. Is it donkey powered? Or donkey mounted, sorry, not donkey power. That's a different thing. Visual material? Also, hello, Simon says. Okay. How do we feel about whatever we're going to next? It doesn't even surprise me what the US military was trying to do at some point. Oh, I'm allowed to laugh about anything. I mean, you know, it's a crime, I suppose. Am I allowed to laugh about crime? I don't know. I really considered it. Some crimes are funny. It's only illegal if you get caught. That is not necessarily true. I think things are still illegal even if you don't get caught. But you know, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know. A lot of witnesses of you detonating a donkey. That's true. They were not around to hear the tale of the donkey exploding. Kaboom! Sploosh. Alright. I think we're good at that point. Okay, so what else do we need? We've got explosies, we got poweries, we got batteries. Am I missing something? Am I missing something? That's a good question. I don't think so. Oh, maybe some overdrives. Can we get some overdrives? Nope. Technically we could. We'd have to build them. That's not a problem. Yeah, okay, we need to build some Nisnol stuff, but that's not really a big deal. Like, we've got all that stuff. Alright, well, thanks for coming by, Lucky Ace. Take care. I mean, I imagine you'd see it from space, so yeah, I suppose it would make a sound. Just sounds like a worm's weapon at that point, though, doesn't it? You know, the game Worms. Do we have Nisnol? I thought we had Nisnol plating up here. Not Nisnol plating, sorry, Nisnol bearings. We do. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so that will make those, which is good. I think we don't need them yet, but we'll need them in a moment. Overdrive engines. Okay. The first engines we need is the vehicle overdrive motor. Oh, they're motors first. Okay, makes sense. How many of these do we need? 5 is probably fine, because we're going to build only the best ones, really. And how many of these do we need? Probably no more than 10. 10 is already a pretty ridiculous number. That's going to make these things go real fast. Hopefully. Unless I've made a mistake. Which is also possible, let's be honest. Okay. So we need to go and get some modules. Just grab full stacks of them and just bring them back. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Actually. How much power does this thing need? 400? Okay, 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 okay. How much power do these things provide? 200. Okay, okay. So if we went... do, and then the same thing here. Probably didn't actually need to do it that way. It could have been like... that. And maybe a battery just to keep it on the level. The last thing you want to be is not on the level. I don't think I need to tell anyone that. We're going to need to build a lot of alien artifacts, aren't we? Okay, well, when we get the next level up, we'll think about that. You were on the level once, but it broke. Sorry, that was pretty good. I enjoyed that. Okay, so did he then show you the ropes and told you to stay off them as well? Alright, how fast does this train go now? Not too fast, it gets stuck. Okay, well, this is disappointing. Okay, it's not going particularly fast because it keeps having to stop, but that's okay. Maybe one day it'll go somewhere. I mean, it's going 367. How fast did it go before it had that, at best? Oh, it doesn't speed up as fast, does it? Looks like it's still going to get to 367. Yeah, but it does speed up fast with the overdrive engine, which I guess that counts for something. Was that a train transporting steam? I bloody hope not. I don't think so. I don't know what you would have seen a train transporting. Trains transport a lot of things these days. So we want speed, efficiency, and productivity. Okay. Twos? Yeah. Speed, productivity, efficiency. Good. That was too many. I don't care. And then threes, same thing. Okay. Really should add that train wait for me. Sorry, there's usually a train down here that I can steal. There's a whole class of artillery outpost designs that rely on deliveries of nuke steam. Why? That sounds incredible. I assume not in real life. I don't think people are doing that in real life. I certainly hope people aren't doing that in real life. That's terrifying if they are. We are slowly running out of uranium. That's okay. When we actually start having problems with uranium, we can just go to a hydrazine thing or change to deuterium. It shouldn't matter too much. Yeah, it's too high pressurized, I suppose. Okay. Oh, no, no, not those. Okay, do we want to try nuclear artillery? That's a dumb question. Of course we do. What a stupid question. What am I, stupid? A stupid question like that may be. Alright. Do we want to try nuclear artillery? I don't know, maybe. I sound in my own head, apparently. Wow, I'm getting really nasty now to myself, so I guess that's okay. Well, it's not. You know, you gotta love yourself. Batteries. What level of batteries are we doing? Blues, okay. Engines. Yeah, look, I've got a lot of good shit uranium. So, happy rocks. I've got a lot of happy rocks. So let's go grab some happy rocks and make some terrifying nukes. Sorry, computer addict. I should get your pronunciation right, Seif. Okay, we got lots of happy rocks. So let's just grab... How many do we need for... these? 30, okay. Wow, it's still not quite going fast enough, is it? Oh, this is stupid. But what if we... Yeah. So many happy rocks. I don't have as many fusion catalysts as I thought I would have by now. Oh, hello. How you doing? you give us a ride? Thanks. We are going to cause an atrocity. Or several. You know what they say about atrocities? Atrocities are like the opposite of crimes. Crimes, you should only ever commit one at a time. Atrocities, if you're going to commit one, commit another. You know, what are they going to do? Put you on war crime trial again? Oh, God, I feel bad about saying that. So that... We'll do another battery there. Statistics describes you repeated many, many times. Oof. Maybe. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. I don't know if it is, but it looks pretty good. And then this one gets a cannon. It gets... Oh, actually, it doesn't need that many... You could just add more overdrive engines, right? You can never go wrong with too many overdrive engines, that's what I think. I mean, yeah, that's a common idea, right? That at some point it's no longer a crime, it's just a statistic. And that's pretty horrific, actually, when you really think about it. Is that about right? Let's take out 2 of those and put another overdrive engine in. Yeah, it's probably fine. Actually, hang on a second. What am I doing? Oh, wait, no, that's fine. Okay. So now comes the part with the crimes. Now comes the part with the war crimes. War crimes, they're bad. I know, guys, it was a really controversial statement I just made there. War crimes, bad. Don't do them. I wonder if I can productivity module these. No. No, apparently not. Let's just make as many of these as we can. Real quick. So we're not going to use all of these right now. We're just going to make 50 of them, if we can. Yeah, just bring in more stuff, please. Just absolutely fill up everything. Not a war crime if you reach 100% of your war goals. What is this, Europa Universalis? Or Hearts of Iron, I suppose. Just any of those games, I suppose. Yeah, I'm going to take 6 of these warheads. Sure, awkward pause. That is so not enough. Do we want to consider energy shields? Why not? Shield. Shield. Just try and keep myself safe from myself. Oh, wait, they're going to need modules at that point. Okay, we might only be able to go a certain far distance, rather. A certain far. Yeah, that's good English. We did it, guys. We did the English. How many of these do we need? Let's just load them up. Oh. You know what? If I have lots of shields, it's okay. I am less likely to die in one hit. The batteries aren't going to be able to take... Oh, I guess the fusion reactor will be fine. All about just surviving 1 or 2 hits, though. I will change a lot of this later, don't worry. It's not going to stay like this forever. Okay, how do we feel? Capable of launching nukes? I think so. We probably need to get some fuel. That could be relevant. How much fuel can these things carry? An appropriate amount. Alright. Well, let's go to the Finger Bus Party Station. Because I need to get modules that I can't be bothered getting. Yeah. I probably should. I mean, I could probably go all the way up to... I can get them all done, I suppose. Oh wait, no, I do have 4s, don't I? What am I thinking? I made 4s before. Although I brought 4s in before, right? No, I didn't. Or if I did, they've all been used now. Okay, we'll come back and do that. It's test time. Let's go to the Vingabus Party Station. But we're not going to stop there. We're going to move on because I want to try these nukes. Hey kid, you want to commit a war crime? Oh, sorry, I messed it up. Hey kid, you ever committed a war crime? No. Would you like to? Because here we go. Now, this train's a bit slower. The max speed is 216, but it does have pretty good acceleration power. We really need to make some more avatars as well at some point. Oh wow, we've really built out this way, haven't we? I didn't even notice how far we've built out. Laser robots. I don't know why I'm researching this. I'm never going to build them. Like, I'm never going to build them. But I want to research everything because... You know, why not? So what we are going to do is we're going to grab some artillery from the Vingabus Party Station. Operation Plowshare. What is the name? Or is that actually a name that exists? Flammables are not uranium. Uraniums are not flammable. The plural of uranium is uraniums. Nukes for peace. Oh god, that is a terrifying idea. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to stop here. We're going to pick up some nukes in our... There is 4,700 shells in here. I don't think we need all of them. Let's just take a few stacks. I think that's enough. Okay, the plan here is that we are going to then continue on to where the tungsten is. The tungsten's actually... mostly fine. Okay. Oh god, they actually did it? Too bad it was radioactive. I mean, gee. Who could have possibly guessed that was going to be the problem? The ultimate surprise. Oh, we use radiation to dig this, and now it's radioactive. Oh my god. If anyone says, hey, we need less regulations in the world, you go, no. No, we need regulations sometimes. I know regulations are not fun, but sometimes you need them because people are going to be stupid otherwise. I'm going to argue people are going to be stupid regardless. I mean, yeah. Oh, there's a lot of alien artifacts there. You could argue people are always going to be stupid, but, you know, people are going to be more stupid if you give them the chance. Start to what? Wasn't funny. What we don't have here... Oh, yeah, I agree with that. What we do... What we are significantly lacking, aside from radars over here, I would just quite like to see what's around. And this is probably the quickest way to do it. Okay, we have... some friends? Lots of friends up there. Hello, friends! Would you like to be my first test subject? Ah, good news. You're not getting an option. Wasn't there supposed to be, like, nuclear fire there? Kind of disappointed by the lack of nuclear fire there. Ah, where was my nuclear fire? Okay, well, that's fine. I was really kind of expecting a little bit more carnage than that. I mean, sure, it did a lot of damage, but I kind of wanted, you know, the atomic fire that you usually get. Anyway, buddy, your watch has ended. You can return to the Vingabus Party Station. Can you not return to the Vingabus Party Station? Oh, you cannot. Do you not know how? Okay. The True Nukes mod. I will have a look at it. Okay, you know what? I'll go have a look at it now. I'll just pause this because I could have pissed off something. True Nukes mod. Okay, let's have a look. Factorio True Nukes. Okay. Oh shit, it makes a... Oh. Holy shit. Uh, yeah, that's terrifying. I didn't need that in my life. Oh, you've got to get Californium as well. All right, well, that's fun. Yeah, I think I'll skip that one. Okay. Okay, you can now go back to the Vinga Bus Party Station. Nukes are scary. Okay. Now, assuming I've got this right, these bugs shouldn't survive very long. You know what, we'll put the nukes in there because why not? And then we'll just, oh shit, it's firing the nukes. We have nuked them. Oh yeah, these are longer range artillery as well, I just remembered. I do miss the nuclear fire though. Well, on the plus note, there's no less biters to come after me. I guess that's kind of a good thing. You say it's so excited, Cobalt, like, you're like, oh man, the only thing this game really lacks is California. It's my favorite element. Oh yeah, no, we are kind of scary right now with the amount of plasma turrets we have. I know I probably could have done that a bit away, but I haven't. Now, some good news and some bad news for everyone. The good news is this is tungsten, the last resource we need to finish this game. It's going to fire the nuke, isn't it? Yep. Well, that wasn't a nuke. That was just a regular shot. That's alright. Favorite element is 27? 27. I don't know the periodic chart numbers by number. Periodic table 27. Cobalt. Shit. I fell for that one. Hook, line, and sinker. Of course it was. Of course it was. Why would I think it'd be any other one? Yeah, okay. Geez, what is Cobalt Ethon's favorite element? Geez, guys, it doesn't really take a rocket scientist. Or a chemist. A chemist would have been a good one to joke there too. Oh wait, with this new artillery, we probably have much longer range too. It's fine. We're not gonna. Okay, so that is my tungsten. That's good. That's my wolfram. That was just a drive-by of plasma ring. Hey, kids, you want some plasma energy? Okay, back to the old, I'm blowing up my own tracks. That's okay. At least most of the track is built for this. We're going for titanium. Pretty good. So what we're going to need to do very soon, I wonder if that's actually got... We're going to need to just make a lot of biters real mad real soon. I think that's what this is going to be the train to do it. Because, I mean, they're not even going to get close. So what we want to do is just produce a ton of pollution. Preferably like in a place like here, where they can get behind me. Which is a weird thing to want to have happen, but it is still what we kind of want and need. Because we're needing a lot of alien artifacts, but how many do we actually have? I think we've used a lot to make this equipment. Yeah, we still got like 1,000. Might be alright. Nothing wrong with science anyway. I noticed science isn't going as fast as I'd like it to. Let's turn off pollution, otherwise I feel bad about my life choices. No, that's just the speed that it goes. Okay. Is it a slower speed? 60, maybe. Okay, so anyway, what we're going to do now is we are going to end the stream. I know that wasn't exactly a thrilling thing to say, but it's about that time, I'm afraid. It's time to end the stream. So thank you everyone for being here today. I really appreciate it. I'm just going to save the game and then we'll do the proper sign off. What's going on with my hair right now? Ridiculous. Or it just looks shiny. I don't know. Anyway, thank you everyone for being here today. I really appreciate you being here. If you've enjoyed today, you're not currently following, please do consider following. I would really appreciate it. And it'd be the best way for you to come back and witness this BS again. If you are already following, thank you. You can also subscribe to me or donate or share bits if you wish, but do not feel like you have to. It is entirely your choice. I appreciate the support. I really do. Like I'm at a loss for words, shall we say. But I don't need it. You know, if I'd rather you guys look after yourselves before, tossing some money my way. And either way, this stream will be free. I'm not doing any secret subscriber streams or anything like that at this stage. At this stage, I'm not really planning to either. So, if you want to support me, I appreciate it highly. You can also find me outside my normal streaming hours by going to Discord at the following link. And that is where you can find me and talk to me and ask questions or whatever you want to do, or just show me pictures of burgers like Veldak usually does. There's a few good people there. There's a few nasty people. No, that's weird. I'm sorry. Made that weird. No, good people there. So if you want a community that you want to join, it's pretty small, but it's a community you can join and make some friends. You can also view this episode and all other episodes of this series and other series I've done on youtube.com/SeiferKatt. So there you've got like a full C block run, space exploration run, a sushi belt run, and this series that I'm doing right now. You can watch from episode 1 if you want. If you're having a boring day at work, bam, you got 4 hours of watching per episode. My God. That's a lot. And also a Hollow Knight run, which is just recently completed. Which reminds me, I need to figure out what to do on that. This might be a topic for the Discord, honestly. What else is there to say? Not really much. I stream 4 nights a week. Mondays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays. Sundays is my variety day, which I do not know what I'm doing right now. Because I've just finished a game and I gotta start something new. And with that, I'm done. So thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you again another time. Take care, everyone.